how shame affects those who experience abuse in their life. If you were abused in your childhood or neglect, you know about shame. You may feel shame because you blame yourself for the abuse itself, or because you felt such humiliation at having been abused. In the case of physical, verbal, and emotional abuse, you may blame yourself for not listening and thus making your parent or other caretaker so angry that he or she yelled at you or hit you. You may also have a great deal of shame due to exposure of the abuse, and there is the shame you may feel about your behavior that was a consequence of the abuse. For example, perhaps unable to express your anger at an abuser. You may become bullies at school or started stealing, taking drugs, etc. Former abuse victim may repeat the cycle of abuse by emotionally, physically, or sexually abusing their own children, or may abandon their children because they can't take care of them. It's not your fault. We'll explore such manifestation of shame in a way that will help you understand yourself and your behavior better. Such understanding can allow you to forgive yourself and finally to rid yourself of the shame. So if you were abused in your childhood or neglect, shame can affect literally every aspect of your life, from your self-confidence, self-esteem, and body language to your ability to relate to others, navigate intimate relationships, etc. Shame is responsible for personal problems including self-criticism and self-blame, self-neglect, self-destructive behaviors such as abusing your body with too much or too little food, alcohol, drugs, or cigarettes. Self-sabotaging behaviors such as starting fighting with the loved ones or sabotaging jobs. Perfectionism, based on fear of being caught in a mistake, believing you don't deserve good things, believing if others really knew you, they would dislike or be disgusted by you. People pleasing, tending to be critical of others, trying to give shame away. Acting out against society, breaking rules or laws, repeating the cycle of abuse through victim behavior and or abusive behavior. Those who were abused are typically changed by the experience because they feel a loss of innocence and dignity, and they carry forward a heavy burden of shame. Shame is the core of every form of abuse and affects in several ways. Shame can keep former victims from believing they deserve to be treated with love, kindness, and respect. One result is that they may stay in abusive relationships. Shame can cause you to believe you deserve to be treated with disrespect. Shame can cause a person to humiliate his partner or children. Shame can cause emotional outbursts. Shame from childhood abuse almost always manifests itself in one or more of these ways. It causes the person abuse themselves with critical self-talk, alcohol or drug abuse, destructive eating patterns, and or other forms of self-harm. It calls to the person to develop victim-like behavior, expecting and accepting unacceptable, abusive behavior from others. It calls the person to become abusive. About 30% of abused and neglected children will later abuse their own children. You may be overwhelmed with the problem of how to heal the shame caused by the childhood abuse you experienced. And the good news is that there is a way to heal your shame. There is one thing of all things that you need to learn well, and it is healing process of compassion and self-compassion. Compassion is the remedy for shame. In recent years, many researchers have taken up the subject of compassion. Their work has revealed, among other insights, that the kindness, support, encouragement, and compassion of others have a huge impact on how our brain, bodies, and general sense of well-being develop. Love and kindness, especially in early life, even affect how some of our genes are expressed. And a recent meta-analysis showed self-compassion to have a positive effect on depression, anxiety, and stress across 20 studies. In addition, research suggests that self-compassion can act as an antidote to self-criticism. Self-compassion is a powerful trigger for the release of oxytocin and the hormone that increase feeling of trust, calm, safety, generosity. So now you need to learn how to practice self-compassion on an ongoing basis in order to heal the many layers of shame you may experience. Thank you.